Hello, it's James from JRTBs. Still May 22nd. Down to the last colony today. And I have to apologize for the lawnmower. The neighbor's mowing his lawn. We're next to the apiary here. So hopefully you can hear me. But this is colony number 7. This was the first swarm, the big swarm. This is the one I caught right there on the apple tree, and I haven't really checked them since they swarmed, so I have no idea what I'm gonna find. All the other colonies I found just packed with honey. Brood box is getting full of honey. I guess while they're waiting for their virgin queens to come back. Some of them still have their queens. I went through and removed all the queen cells except for 2 on the couple that haven't had a virgin queen out, but some of them do have virgin queens. And I didn't see any today, but I could tell they're starting to make room in the brood box and polish up the frames. So I just got to give them some more time. I ended up taking 2 full supers off. We're starting to cap that. This side's almost all capped. Almost capped on that side. I got 2 full supers completely capped. I'm going to try to spin them out tonight. Get them back on tomorrow. Those 2 colonies are just exploding. There's nowhere else to store the honey. They're fat. That one's packed. This is like a 4-pound frame. They made that one all fat. That's what I was talking about. There's an empty comb right next to it. I'll show you. It's a new foundation right next to it. So all I did was draw that one out really fat, which I hate. They are starting to draw this one, but this one they'll draw out, and they won't draw it much, which makes it hard to uncap. It'll be below the wood. And this one's, they're doing the same thing, but I'm trying to get more foundations on, so I'm trying to checkerboarding, try and get them to draw it out. So that's not ready. I mean, I could take a couple frames, but I'm trying to wait until I can just pull full boxes. Yeah, that super's only maybe 3/4 full. See if I can get you closer. Again, sorry about the lawnmower. This is the second super. This one looks like it might be a little bit better. I think I inhaled a lot of smoke today. Took a couple stings in the fingers. That one's pretty much capped. That's capped enough for me. That's 85–90% capped. Here comes the lawnmower. They're all looking like this. They're all looking like this. I'm gonna take it, I think. Check another one. Just got to get them more room. I mean, if you spin them out, put them right back on underneath, under super, I mean, they could start filling them right back up, and it gives them the space that they need. This is completely capped, both sides. The next one's completely capped. So I think I'm going to take this one off and try to get it extracted. I can get it back on. I can tell when I take it off here, I'll be able to tell when it's a full super and they've got it capped. They're heavy. I mean, it's probably about 45 pounds when they're full, and I can tell the other ones that, you know, only have like 35 pounds because they're not completely dried out full and capped. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's just such a difference. They're so heavy. So I'm just gonna set that one off to the side. Let me make sure you can see. I'll lower you down a little. I'll show you how I get the well, the majority of the bees out of the supers. All right. So again, I have no idea if they made a new queen or they're queenless. You can see I got a CC right there. Turn a little. There's cells here that I left. I think what I've learned now is some of on the splits, it's just all honey, really heavy honey and pollen. On the splits, where I take the queen out and leave 2 swarm cells, you got to go back like 7 days later, I think, because when you take the queen out, instantly they're like, oh no, they're queenless. It's just all honey, and they make a whole bunch of emergency cells. Then I guess it depends on the timing of the cells you left, or they tear down those cells you left, and then they have all those emergency cells. And then they swarm even after you taking the queen out. So I'm still learning. All right, so it looks to me, if you look at the middle of this frame, see on both sides, they have the cells completely cleaned, and I call them polished. I don't see a virgin. I haven't seen a single virgin today, but it looks like those cells, they're preparing them for a queen to lay. She's just not, she's probably, I'm assuming today maybe all the virgins are out doing mating flights. There's a cup. I don't think there's anything in it. No. This is a new frame. They're just drawing it out, filling it with honey. So I'm always looking for virgins. This one said that there was a cell on here. I don't see where they had a cell. But I'm always looking. Probably could just give this colony a little more time before I disturb them, but I like to get in and take a look. This is just the older brood that was in here hatching out. Oh, that lawnmower is annoying. Yeah, it's all hatching, and they're cleaning the cells. This side's got a whole bunch of polished cells. Sometimes the virgins are really hard to spot. Yep, this frame's all polished up. It's really, really light. You can tell it's a good indication. Oh, there's a queen. So that's probably, you see it right here? Hopefully you can see that. She's small, she's quick. So they do have a queen. So that's good. She's just probably not mated yet. Okay. So she looks great. I'm gonna get her in a clip just so I don't hurt her. I just want to check the rest of the colony. Alright, I got her safe. So, yeah, when you're going through your colonies that are making new queens, like I pointed out there, there's light frames, polished cells, almost a dead giveaway that there is a queen. Honey, next frame's all honey. There's just too much honey, way too much honey up in this deep, because I got nowhere to put it because that one's full. So I need to get that extracted and put back on this colony so they can move this honey up and make sure the queen has plenty of room to lay. But you saw I found there's at least 3 frames in there that they're getting ready for her to lay once she gets mated. So probably be I would give them at least 14 days before I come back in here. See if she's laying by then. I mean, she could go out on her mating flight and get killed by a bird, or caught in a rainstorm, or dragonflies kill them. So she might not make it back, but 14 days is I think a safe amount of time. You'll be able to get back in here and figure things out before any laying worker starts. Let's see her come out. She's gonna be hard to see. There she goes. Let's see if she goes down. She's sitting right there on the top. There she goes. All right. Now, exclude her back on. Watch out, girls. They smell that queen. Look at all the bees. So she's got good pheromones. This is the super that's not as full. Still some room in this one, but we gotta draw some more frames out. So now I gotta lift the really heavy one on top. Oh, I gotta tell you, this is really heavy. It's almost impossible not to crush a bee. Whew. That is heavy. And you saw the frames, they're all 90% capped. Nice spring honey. I'll show you what I use. Works pretty well. I use this Fisher's Be Quick. I started using that last year, and this is just a, you know, it's felt right here. I just spray it on. It smells like almonds. Actually smells pretty good. It doesn't affect the honey at all. Put it on like that, and I know you can't hear, but they just rev up. They don't like it. I don't know why they don't like it. You know, it's natural, non-toxic oil and herbal extracts. It seems to work pretty good. I used to use Escapes, but you got to lift everything up and put this cape on for a couple days, and it didn't seem to get every bee. I mean, this doesn't get every bee, but it gets most of them. But it takes about 5 minutes, and comes the tractor again. Yeah, it's worked pretty good. So I got 3 supers I have to try and get spun out tonight. It's going to be a lot of work. But I got everything set up, and I only use, right now I have a 2-frame hand extractor. I've got a process that I use. It works pretty good, and it'd probably takes about an hour per super for me to get them all extracted through the filter and into buckets. Let's see what it looks like under there. They're all revving up. A lot of them are down already. Alright, just wanted to make another video and check this colony out, and so far so good. They got a queen, virgin queen. She's got to go out and get mated. A lot of my other hives have no queens right now, and I did see some polished cells in some, but I didn't see any virgin queens like I saw here, which means they could be out on their mating flight, or I just missed them. There's some massive hives, and there's just way too much honey in the deeps because I have no more supers to give them that have drawn comb. So, all right. Good luck with your bees and your honey and your swarms. I'll talk to you later.